Well, Donald Trump's been cucked again, this time by the U.S. Senate, shockingly doing something right for once. I can't even say it seriously, and I know people write in and they say, David, you shouldn't use that word. I'm ridiculing the use of the word when I say it. I hope people understand that.
I'm undecided on the use of that word so far.
Fair enough. As we know, Donald Trump's administration started working on easing sanctions against Russia within hours of Donald Trump being sworn in on January 20th. And really, even before January 20th, unofficially, as we have since learned through such events as the resignation and shame of former National Security Advisor Mike Flynn, the Senate is going against the Trump administration's attempts to ease Russian sanctions. They've overwhelmingly voted for a new set of sanctions against Russia specifically to punish them for interfering in the 2016 election. They voted overwhelmingly, but not unanimously. The Senate voted 97-2 to approve the sanctions. Republicans Mike Lee and Rand Paul voted against approving those sanctions. Even Ted Cruz and Mitch McConnell, Freudian slip, guys. Mitch McConnell, excuse me. Wow. We have to just continue, right?
We have to keep going.
We'll edit that out. Don't worry about it. Maybe the most important element of this is that it takes away the authority from Donald Trump to unilaterally remove the sanctions that President Obama put in place. And that's a really good thing. NBC News on June 12th, 2017 reported that, quote, in a rebuke to the president, negotiators agreed that the additional sanctions on Russia would prohibit the president from being able to lift them without congressional approval. In addition, the measure would codify existing sanctions and place new economic restrictions in an effort to economically harm specific individuals and Russia's economy. But what will happen in the House? Unclear. The House is much more sympathetic to Trump than the Senate right now. The smart move by House Republicans would be never even vote on this, because if you vote on it and you're against it, you're putting yourself on the record as being against Russian sanctions. So if the House is not interested in this, Pat, their smartest move is never even bring up the matter in the first place.
Well, at least we are reaching consensus that Russia did indeed hack the election. I think that's step one. Even though 17 of our national intelligence agencies, even though Trump himself admits that Russia did hack the election, there's still people like Roger Stone and others who deny that.
And then from that, you have to say, well, if Obama put the sanctions in place because of something that we now believe to be true, why is it that we want to remove the sanctions? It doesn't really make sense. So the Senate doing the right thing, will it make a difference in the end? I don't know. Today's episode of the David Pakman Show is made possible in part by Warby Parker eyeglasses. Warby Parker recently did the right thing and ditched advertising on right-wing conspiracy website Breitbart, pulling their ads off. And you can get the free 5-day home try-on from Warby Parker. Check out their glasses. I use them when I'm not wearing contact lenses. I started with the free at-home trial. They send you 5 pairs of glasses. You see which ones you like. You send them back, and whichever one you pick, they will put your prescription into. I like this because I can actually show the glasses to other people and not have to just decide on the spot like in an eyeglass store. The eyeglass industry is controlled by very few corporations that keep the prices very, very high, even over $300 for prescription glasses. With Warby Parker, they start at just $95. Mine costs that, including lenses. And for every pair sold, they give a pair to someone in need. So to try the 5 pairs and support the David Pakman Show, go to warbyparkertrial.com/TDPS.